You don't want to lose half your points, and we're going to tell you how to make sure that doesn't happen. So what happens is we can use some really fantastic tools out there to earn lots and lots of points, and you can see them and be excited for them and think, oh my gosh, I have all of this availability and I'm going to go on a great trip. And then all of a sudden you log into your account and your points are not what you expected. So we need to be prepared and knowledgeable of when our points might be at risk of giving us a lesser value or being gone completely. There's nothing more heartbreaking than logging into an account and thinking you had points there and they're all gone because they expired, or maybe transferring points and you're not getting the exact transfer ratio you expected. So making sure that you're protecting those points that you worked so hard to earn. I like to joke around with Stephanie, who's our redemption coach here at Just Get Out of Town. And I always say earning points is the hard work and redeeming points is the fun. So we're going to talk about this hard work, and you don't want to lose out on all that work you put into it.
Yeah, I'm curious for everybody who's joining us and following along in the chat, has this ever happened to you? Have you had points that expired or lost their value, or there was a change to the program that you didn't know about, and suddenly you get, like Kira said, an email that your points are gone, or you tried to use them and it didn't work out for one reason or another? That happened to me. I thankfully I got a warning for an upcoming one. I've got some AA miles that are sitting out there that I do not want to expire, but I did lose some AA miles once upon a time for that exact reason. I didn't even know that they were at risk of expiring or going away. And yeah, I'm not alone in that. I hate to see so many people, but it's good to know that I'm not alone here.
Yeah, I mean, we could all cry together about it. It happened to me, and kind of recently. I talk about this every day, and within the last couple years, I lost a significant amount of points, valuable transferable points, because it was on a credit card I didn't use. The credit card company closed the card because I didn't use it, and I totally missed that they canceled the card, and I lost a ton of points. It was devastating.
Yep. And then you go and do the math. Now that you've got these JGoot skills, you do the math on what those points were worth and how much it cost you. Man, it's heartbreaking.
I know. I'm picturing the emoji that you can put on your phone of the money flying with wings flying away. That's what it feels like.
Yep, exactly. But this kind of stuff happens all the time, right, Kira?
It does. It really does. And, we don't want to knock on our points providers. We don't want to knock on the airlines or our credit cards or Rakuten or any of these things that give us points, because they do let us know. And it's up to us to be diligent about it. And as we just talked about, we all miss it sometimes. So hopefully today we can think about some of the ways to prevent that, and also think about some of these upcoming changes that are happening. So as we talk about with everything and Just Get Out of Town, is read the fine print, keep on top of those terms and conditions. And I'm super guilty of it. I get a lot of junk mail of these emails come through, and it's like from American. I don't even read the details. I just delete it. But maybe just take a little peek at those emails that come through. Make sure they're not telling you about a devaluation or an expiration that's coming up.
Yep. And that's a good thing to look for. One of the key things to look for, an expiration email, or better still, knowing ahead of time how long they're good for until they expire, right?
Yeah, and what's really great is a lot of these programs, if you go into your account, they're going to be pretty explicit in there about your expiration dates. So it will say these points are good until August 2028, or making up a time frame there, but they'll tell you the date that your points are good for. And also, most of the programs out there have different rules that you can follow to make sure your points don't expire. And most of the time, it just requires account activity. And account activity can be something really, really simple. It can be as simple as using a shopping portal and buying something for $1. So you get $1 worth of points deposited in your account. It can be taking a trip, any sort of activity that's or booking a trip, earning points or spending points. So anything that's allowing points to come in or be deleted from your account. We don't always want them to go out, but any activity that changes your points balance is going to keep them from expiring, and it's going to prolong that. So really,
somebody said in the chat, Kira, the AA dining
Yes.
portal. One of the
Yes.
things that you've talked about in the earning multipliers course and taught us how and when to use it, if it's the right fit for you. That's a great
Exactly.
example of one.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. And all of the points have a different sort of rule behind them as to when they expire. So, typically with a credit card point, your Chase, Amex, as long as your credit card is open, your points are going to stay active. But like I said, I had a card closed that I didn't even realize and lost my points. So, staying on top of that and then making sure you're aware of the expiration dates that go along with your airline points, especially if you have a balance in an international carrier. Some of their programs are shorter expiration periods and can be a bit more difficult in renewing your account activity.
What are the easiest ones here, Kira? If somebody's like, I've never even thought about this, I need to make sure that my points stay active. So I'm going to go look at some of my loyalty accounts. What are some of the ones here, maybe the top one or two, that are the easiest to do to make sure that my
So
points stay safe?
I don't know if this is the easiest, but I love not spending money, so it's my favorite. And that is
Yeah.
opinion surveys. You can take opinion surveys. They don't cost a penny, they just take time. The lowest amount of points you typically earn from an opinion survey is 3 points, but you can earn up to a few hundred. So I like to do the opinion surveys to keep my points active.
That's really clever. Do you just kind of Google that or look in the airlines portal,
Yeah.
or where do you find those?
You can just Google it. Like, for example, with American, you could Google American Airlines opinion survey and it'll come up. Alaska has one, United has one. Most of our domestic carriers all have these opinion surveys that you link to your frequent flyer account, spend anywhere from 10 minutes to a half an hour on a survey, and you earn some points. So just a little bit of time. I like to just like sit on the couch at the end of the day and do it on my phone when I'm kind of just like turning off my brain. Might as well earn some points while I'm doing it.
So you said I recently did a survey for a core. It was a pain, but I noticed my points were not expiring for another year after I did it. So
Perfect. That's a perfect
yep.
description. It is a pain. I won't even sugarcoat it. It's a pain. It's, asking all these questions. When was the last time you saw Comcast advertise to you? And it's an opinion survey. It's a marketing, and they're trying to get as much information as they can from you as a consumer, but they do get you your points and they help things from expiring at no cost.
Yeah. And if 10 minutes and $0 out of pocket extend my points for another year, that's probably a good trade-off.
Exactly. Especially if I'm like, I don't really have anything short term to buy and I'm not really sure what to do with this, but I get the dreaded email, my points are expiring. I like to just default to the opinion surveys.
Now, I know you mentioned credit cards already, and as long as they're active, we're in pretty good shape there.
Yes,
But
but
let's talk Bilt.
Bilt, you can earn Bilt points through Bilt Rewards without a credit card. So if you have a Bilt Rewards account and you are earning points through your Bilt Rewards account and do not have a credit card, your Bilt points will expire after 18 months of no account activity. So just like we talked about with those airlines, you want to make sure you're very diligent with your Bilt account as well, especially if you are not a Bilt credit card holder. So you do have that 18-month duration. You can use Bilt Neighborhood. You can spend your Bilt points. You can use all of these different tools to earn or spend your Bilt points to keep that account activity going, keeping them from expiring. But do know, for those of us that do not have a Bilt card, you do have that 18-month expiration period.
Yep. And I wanna stress that before the chat blows up with panic. Kira said if you don't have a Bilt card. So if you've got a Bilt card and you're using it, as we all should be, using it regularly, it's a great card. Your points are safe. They're going to stay there as long as your account is active and open. It's just if you opened a Bilt Rewards account without a credit card. Am I saying that right, Kira?
That is exactly right. So nope, if you have a Bilt card, ignore this. If you do not have a Bilt card, but you're earning Bilt points, make sure you're staying on top of your account activity.
Yep. That's a little known fact that I even see some folks in the chat saying, how in the world do you earn Bilt points if you don't have a card with them yet? Their rewards account is standalone. We talked about this a long time ago, but it's been a little while. They actually have a standalone rewards account that you can take advantage of apart from the credit card.
Exactly. And that's actually important to keep in mind as we're talking about some other things this afternoon.